The 2018 season is about to get underway. Let's go, go, go! Great start from Lewis Hamilton. Great start from Sebastian Vettel. Great start from Sam Reed. Sam Reed overtakes Kimi Raikkonen in the Renault. Renault on their charge to the front at this season or the seasons after, but Sam Reed is third position, Vettel is second, and the Brit of Lewis Hamilton is first. So it's Lewis Hamilton winning this race so far. It's Vettel, Sam Reed, Raikkonen, and Bottas. Sam Reed is eager to catch up to Vettel, but Vettel's power in that Scuderia Ferrari is no match for Raikkonen. He's going to attack Sam Reed, but Sam Reed gets the better of him and he stays third position here in the Australian Grand Prix. So everything looking swimmingly for Lewis Hamilton up ahead of Sebastian Vettel there. And so Sam Reed in a comfortable position, third place in this race for the first opener of this season. 1:30, Lewis Hamilton, fastest lap of course of this race. But the key question is, what can the Iceman Kimi Raikkonen do? Can he catch up to Sam Reed? Who knows? But Jeff there, Sam Reed's engineer, telling him we are approaching the window. So without further ado, Sam Reed got a poor exit there from the Renault, and that time could be leaving the door open for the likes of Kimi Raikkonen. Looks like Valtteri Bottas is under threat from the home favourite Daniel Ricciardo from behind, and Sam Reed here, Ferrari. Oh, he's diving in the outside bomber. Sam Reed takes it back, and it is third position still for Sam Reed, but Sam Reed gets under pressure here. Sam Reed is under pressure from Kimi Raikkonen, and so is Valtteri Bottas. But Valtteri Bottas is overtook by home favourite Daniel Ricciardo. Ricciardo side by side with Iceman Kimi Raikkonen. And will he make that move stick? Who knows? They are still side by side going through, crossing the line for the third lap. It's still side by side here. Australian Ricciardo gives up though, but does he? It looks like they're neck and neck. The Iceman Kimi Raikkonen in the Scuderia Ferrari and the home favourite, they're still side by side. This is remarkable. It looks like Daniel Ricciardo has finally overtook the Iceman Kimi Raikkonen for fourth place as he tries to charge now to fight Sam Reed. But Sam Reed is driving his own race at the moment without no one behind him and no one ahead of him, of course, because the front two are so quick and the Renault has got a bit of a lack of power. Sam Reed, of course, is minding his own business here in this race. He, funnily enough, he is approaching the final turns here, but he is having a solid race, Sam Reed, despite that Renault engine being slower than the both Ferrari and Mercedes. Sanrine, of course, third place under threat from the home favourite of Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger as he's nicknamed, and it looks like Daniel Ricciardo will have to wait till potentially the final straight, or maybe by sector 2 here. Of course, he all over the back of that Renault, of course, and he might just attempt to overtake Sanrine here, this corner, but does he? No. Gets the better of it, and Sanrine is heading to the pits this lap, but the Honey Badger tries the overtake. Obviously he can't. Sanrine obviously going into the pits this lap, so these trail of cars will get the treatment that they want. Here we go. Sanrine pits. This could potentially take him last. But here we go, come on. Sanrine enters last, of course, but there are tons of people yet to pit, so this could work out in Sanrine's favour if he can just get his helmet down and work hard at trying to catch up the pack once again. Obviously he'll soon be able to see him. They are 10 seconds ahead of him though, so we won't get much action from Sanrine here, but just in case we do, you never know. Obviously we are into the window, and I'll be surprised if we don't see anyone in the pits this lap. Obviously we get a few stragglers in the pits. The teams want to pit, and yeah. As I say that, Sanrine's teammate Nico Hulkenberg enters the pits. Be interesting to see if Sanrine overtakes his teammate here. Obviously because they're both on different strategy, he does overtake Bottas as well. That's vital if Sanrine wants to get a good position ahead of Bottas. And yeah, so Sanrine is ahead of Bottas, and it looked like ahead of a Red Bull, so this could play into Sanrine's favour very well. Obviously Sanrine only one stop in this race, and that could prove good for him. So 5 seconds ahead. Lewis Hamilton is out of this race in the Formula 1 2018 Australian Grand Prix. The crowd are shocked as they gasp in what is developing underneath their eyes. Obviously Lewis Hamilton favourite for the title, but here is his car as he goes off track, not trying to bring out a safety car, and that is a shock. The Brit of Lewis Hamilton is out of this race. As we see a load of cars go into the pits this time, Sanrine is gaining a good amount of positions, and should be on course for a good position near the end of this race. Obviously there are still a few people yet to pit. I'm not too sure whether Sebastian Vettel pitted or not, but we will find out soon. Obviously Ferrari's strategy is depending more on what happens to Valtteri Bottas and Lewis Hamilton. And with Lewis Hamilton ending his race earlier than expected, that means Ferrari can go long. The tyre saving is better than most of the teams out on the grid, so I won't expect Raikkonen or Vettel to pit anytime soon, but you never know. 7 laps into this race, we already have one retirement, and that was the Brit of Lewis Hamilton retiring over a technical fault in his car. And now we see a load of cars entering the pits, leaving the door open for Sam Rein potentially, and Vettel stays in the pits. Sam Rein second in this race now. If he catches up to Vettel, he could be on course for his first ever Renault F1 win. Imagine that, the underdog winning at the first Grand Prix at his debut season for his first team, Renault. He's only 8 seconds ahead, so it could be like taking candy from a baby. The only question is, has Sebastian Vettel pitted? And if he hasn't, Sam Rein could actually win his first ever race for Renault. And it would be interesting to find out, because we'll find out this lap, maybe next lap, if Vettel does go into the pits. Looks like he has pitted though, so bit of a shame, but if anyone could catch him up, it's Sam Rein. Mind you, saying that, he gained a second on Sam Rein just then. So, and Bottas and Ricciardo are gaining on Sam Rein. So Sam Rein could be out. We have another retirement in Stoffel Van Dorn and Sergio Perez. Okay. Sam Rein struggling a tad with his tyres, but let's see here. Yeah, it's gonna be a long end to the finish if Sam Rein wants to stay in the podium places. But will he, as he is about to get overtook by Valtteri Bottas? But Bottas is still 3rd place. So I think, due to the lack of, obviously the lack of engine power, the Ferrari could be winning this race. But as I said before, you never know. But Bottas is obviously charging. Sam Rein defending needs to be on point here. K-Mag is out the race as well, so we have got a good fair few retirements, and it'll be interesting to see at the end of this race if we get no fewer than 15 cars. This year's game though is incredible. This game is incredible. I only played this first race, keeping the inside.
Yellow flag.
Yellow flag. Who's that? Magnussen. We have yet to see a safety car in this race though. So unless we get a massive crash, and I mean there's debris on the side there, they could call out a safety car just because of that debris. But due to how far into this race it is, I doubt they'll do much about that. Obviously it's not properly real life, which I want. Bottas is diving in the inside here. The Sam Reen fights back. They are side by side here. Sam Reen misses out on DRS, but Sam Reen stays in the inside here, defending like crazy. Sam Reen, and I wonder where is the Iceman Kimi Raikkonen in all this, because at the start it looked like Kimi Raikkonen was going to be third, but maybe he collided with Hamilton, not sure. But it's going to be defending all the way for Sam Reen here if he wants to get his first ever podium. Oh no, he looks like he's got him. He's... or not. What a defend from Sam Reen here. It's incredible. There we go. Bottas is under pressure though for his spot, as Ricciardo could be about to overtake him for the last podium spot. So if things go to plan, Ricciardo could be chasing down Bottas more than Bottas chasing Sam Reen down. So, and we only got 4 laps left. So, yeah. So obviously this game, incredible. I only played this is my first ever day, obviously, because it came out today, or well, yesterday, of me playing it. First thing I played, as soon as I pre-ordered it and loaded it, the first thing I went on is the classic cars. Obviously, I love the old days, and as I get interrupted here, Valtteri Bottas tries to overtake Sam Reen again. Can Sam Reen? Sam Reen messes with his overtake, and Ricciardo says, "I love that." And so Ricciardo is chasing Sam Reen now, and this could get tasty because Ricciardo chasing Sam Reen down. But since they are in position in the podium, does Sam Reen want to defend this hard just to keep the Honey Badger away? He is in the outside now, but Sam Reen keeps it on the road and keeps second place. Obviously this is huge because Bottas is heading. Sam Reen goes a bit wide there, but obviously Bottas is banging wheels with home favourite Daniel Ricciardo, but Ricciardo does not break, and Bottas does, and that is deciding the podium spots for now. Obviously we've got 3 more laps left, so anything can happen. All 3 of these cars could end up retiring. Unlikely, but you never know. Ricciardo, I think it's mainly Ricciardo and Sam Reen for the podium spot, but you never know.
A new strategy is available on the MFT.
Sam Reen could get under attack again from the home favourite Daniel Ricciardo, the Honey Badger, as he is gaining on Sam Reen here. Sam Reen keeping in the inside line, of course, and then Sam Reen just simply taking the line there. I think Sam Rain's tactic is incredible. He knows where to defend, he knows how to defend, and most importantly, he knows it's incredible. So we have got 2 laps left. Vettel, let's have a little update for
Sat in P2, Vettel is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 17.0 seconds.
17 seconds. The German in the Italian race, and as you can see from behind, they are side by side. Valtteri Bottas as Kitty he's overtook Ricciardo as the pack is gaining.
You've moved into P2. That's P2 now.
As the pack are gaining on, who's that? Is that Raikkonen? Raikkonen could fancy himself for the last podium spot here, as he chased down these 2 quite fast. I wondered where he went. And here he is. Obviously this has been an exceptional drive from the Welsh driver of Sam Rain here, and obviously things are incredible as he enters his final lap of this race. This is the best time of his life, because obviously he is second in a Renault. His mindset of a Renault team was couple years, get to the top. He didn't expect the first race, the first season, the first team to get a podium in second place. Obviously incredible. If this team can regularly get into the podiums, then my job as a Formula 1 driver is yet to be done, because the goal is of course to grab a title, driver's title. So yeah, and as I say that, your winner for the FIA Formula 1 2018 Australian Grand Prix is Sebastian Vettel, and second place is the youngster of Sam Rain. What a win for Sam Rain in second place of the FIA Formula 1 2018 season. What a race for Sam Rain, and obviously for Vettel as he takes top spot here at the Australian Grand Prix.
How exactly did they set themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, track temperature, you name it. These cars come alive when the tyres are just at the right temperature. So the more easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
So here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the Drivers' Table. Sebastian Vettel takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, you've put me in a bit of a tight spot today, but I think I'll go for Pierre Gasly. He kept a cool head under pressure and made the most of some difficult circumstances.
On to the constructors then. Ferrari moved to the top of the table. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
What? Anthony Davison. Disappointing. You think Gasly, who came 12th, is the driver of the day? I think I deserve the driver of the day. I'm second in a Renault. And obviously that is more impressive than a Toro Rosso in 12th. So yeah, so that has been that. Thank you all for watching. Show love and support as always. And I'll see you all in the next one. So, just before we leave here, we have got the what happened in terms of collisions. We have got, we can see now how Hamilton retired, mechanical failure, terminal failure, collision with, oh, these are all warnings. There's only mechanical failure as well. So who retired in this race? 4 people. Whew. Excuse me. Right. Let's see what happens next.
The fans really seem to enjoy that. You made it look easy.
Wow.
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled. Everything went your way today. It looked like you had a really good strategy for the race. Appreciate your time.
Wow, that was incredible. We got our first podium. We got our first top win-ish. Obviously, it's incredible. Here are the stats, of course. I'm leading the race. Wicked, man. Wicked. So he never got higher than me. He never got a podium finish. He never got fastest lap. I got everything, mate. Resource points 50. Now that is impressive. Ferrari. Not sure about Ferrari. Maybe. My next team could be. So yeah, I've done everything basically.
Just wanted to say congrats on the podium. It's thoroughly deserved.
Cheers,
You were
Jeff.
sweating those last few laps on the pit wall, but you brought it home.
That's incredible, though.
We've received invitations to new historic events. You'll be able to choose whether or not to participate before the end of this weekend.
Invitational event. We'll do the invitational event and then we'll end it there. So we get a choice of Nicky Lauda's Ferrari. Or I think I'm gonna do the overtaking challenge, and plus is it in a nice looking car. France. Obviously my first time in France. Gonna be incredible. Let's do it.
We take a break from the roller coaster ride of the Formula One season for a historic invitational today. It's a chance for us to watch some of the classic cars from days gone by, as well as a chance for drivers to try something new and enhance their reputation.